Hi, my name is Lisa Ritter. I'm broker owner of RE/MAX Results, where we make real estate dreams a reality. And today I want to talk to you about what you should know about your agent before you commit to them. The first item that I'm going to talk about is a super big deal. You need to ask whether they do this full-time or not. This should not be a hobby. This is likely the biggest financial asset of your life. You want to know that you're putting the decision making help in the power of a full-time professional who has experience and is working passionately, intensely for your best interest, okay? This, again, should not be a hobby. There are many, many agents. I don't have exact statistics, but I know it's an alarming rate of people that do this in addition to their full-time job or simply to earn vacation money, to earn that next Hawaiian cruise or whatever. Admittedly, I do go on vacation and they are pretty awesome, but when I'm here, I'm really here and people have all of my attention. Whether an agent does this full-time or part-time is huge. Let me explain some more reasons why it's such a big deal, in addition to, of course, the obvious experience factor. Right now, homes, I've been saying for a long time now, they're selling in hours and not days. Last week, I was lucky enough to sell 4. It was pretty awesome and incredible, but those were some really, really, really intense days. And I think that the sellers that I worked with would be happy to vouch for that. So what happened on one of the houses that I listed was there was probably about 15 showings during the day. My phone rang off the hook with consumer inquiries and realtor questions. I mean, I literally thought that I was back to my inbound telemarketing days, for real. And it was all regarding just this one listing. Offers started pouring in, and I needed to communicate that out to God and everybody, my sellers, the other agents. It's an intense competitive time for a lot of parties. I can't even imagine if I were a consumer who had hired somebody who had been at work at another job all day, not being able to navigate through that, what the consequences would be to that home sale. Like, I needed to be there and available all day throughout it so that I could provide the highest and best service and that seller could obtain the most amount of money in the least amount of time. So happy to say we have a great outcome for that person, and that's why you need to know that you are working with a full-time professional. Next, what you need to know is how they communicate. I've worked with agents that only like to text all day long. Those thumbs are moving really, really fast. Now, I am happy to accommodate whatever clients want to do, whether it be email, phone call, text, any of those styles. What I do is I adapt to them. But you should be asking the questions so that you know what their favorite method is and what they are most likely to do. Because if they say, oh gosh, I only text, then that would not necessarily be a match for you. Communication style does matter. Next, you need to know who you're really going to be working with. I know that sounds really strange, right? Okay, here's the deal. Real estate has changed over the last decade. There's what we call teams out there now, and teams are actually a wonderful, wonderful thing. There are single agents that perform exceptionally great work, and there are teams that perform exceptionally great work. All I'm saying, there's not one that's better than the other. All I'm saying is that you should know what you're dealing with, okay? And here's where that comes from. I've met a couple of consumers who have been disillusioned by their past realtor because they said, I hired this person who is a massive superstar, incredibly well known in the Omaha metropolitan area. And then after I signed the contract with them, I never saw them again or talked with them, okay? So all I'm saying is know up front exactly what you're getting. Ask if the person you're interviewing with is gonna be the one showing you homes. Ask if once the process is completed in terms of showing homes and you've negotiated the contract, will that agent be doing the follow through? Will they be dealing with another new agent? What's going on? There's all kinds of amazingly great systems out there. And there's not one that's necessarily better than the other, but you need to know, you need to be informed so that you can feel comfortable with the decision that you've made. So just so the world knows, the way that I work is I work with the sellers And my husband works with buyers. My husband, for those of you that know him, you'd probably agree with this, he's super chill. He's like this all the time. And that works really, really well when you're needing a person with patience. I, however, have almost none. I really, really love working with sellers. I have a high sense of urgency. I'm like, let's go, let's make it happen. And sellers love that attitude, and it typically yields amazingly great results that people are very, very happy with. So we have a nice partnership going on. I do most of the follow-through work, but I do absolutely have the benefit of my assistant Heather, who is an amazing full-time customer service manager for me. She'll do things like coordinate appointments, touch base with loan officers, check in with title companies, and when the heavy hand needs to come in, she calls upon me, and that's how we roll. I want to encourage you to work with a person who is passionate about what they do. You know, I'm 16 years into the job, and I still thank God every day for this profession. I mean it. It's made me a better version of who I would otherwise be without this career, and I'm thankful for it. Today's quote to commit to is, "Nothing great ever happened without a lot of passion." And as always, my prayer for you is that you not just dream about the life you've always wanted, but that you take the first step and then the next and make it happen. Thanks for watching.